Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. The laughter sliced through the music, sharp and deliberate. It wasn't warm or careless. My wife's hand rested lightly on my arm as she leaned toward a circle of people we barely knew, the wine in her glass catching the light. She didn't look at me when she spoke. Some men burn out early, she said with a grin. Others just drift. A few chuckles followed, hesitant at first, then louder as they took her cue. I smiled because I had learned to smile, take it in, fade into the background. That was when I noticed them. Two women stood near the edge of the room, detached from the noise, dressed plainly, not trying to belong. They weren't watching the guests. They weren't watching my wife. They were watching me. One of them raised her phone. Mine vibrated in my pocket. Unknown number, we should talk. You deserve the truth. I didn't answer. I didn't move. But something inside me, old, restrained, exact, stirred awake. Humiliation wasn't new to me. At home it came quietly, my stories corrected mid-sentence, my opinions brushed aside, silences stretched until they felt intentional. But tonight she wanted witnesses. Afterward she kissed my cheek, smiling as if she'd been kind. Relax, she murmured. You're too sensitive. That word again. Soft on the surface, sharp underneath. The women approached during dessert. Come. Controlled. You're Daniel, one said. Not a question. My wife's smile tightened. Do I know you? No, the other woman replied evenly. But we know you. They ignored my wife after that. One of them handed me a folded card. No scene. No explanation. Inside, a name, a hotel, dates that overlapped with my work trips. And one carefully written sentence as if practiced. She isn't who you think she is. My wife laughed too loudly. This is absurd. Her hand shook around her glass. I noticed the tremor and stored it away. The women left. The party continued. But my wife didn't touch me again that night. I didn't confront her. That was her first real mistake. Believing my silence meant I didn't understand. I watched instead. Her habits shifted. Phone always face down. Sound permanently muted. Passwords changed constantly. Longer showers. A new perfume she'd never worn for me. I checked what I could, quietly and legally. Patterns reveal themselves if you wait. The hotel existed. The man existed. Married. Children. Ordinary. I reached out to the women. They weren't lovers. They were his sisters. They'd discovered everything months earlier and wanted the truth revealed cleanly. No chaos, no distortion. Our goals aligned. I gathered evidence slowly. Messages, dates, receipts, timelines. At dinner, I laughed at her humor. At night, I lay beside her like a guest. My heart didn't pound. It steadied. That's how I knew I was ready. The confirmation came on a Tuesday. Subject line, verified. I didn't reread it. I didn't need to. That evening, I poured her a drink and sat across from her, composed. I ran into someone from the party again, I said. A flicker crossed her eyes. Oh. I slid my phone across the table. No commentary. Just images. Her expression collapsed in layers, surprise, fear, then calculation. You violated my privacy, she whispered. I nodded. You invited strangers into our marriage. She cried then loudly. Apologized. Reached for me. I didn't move. I know how long, I said. I know where. I know who else knows. Her mouth opened. Closed. Silence has weight when it's deserved. The final moment came later. I invited her parents. His wife. A few friends from the party. Just dinner. At dessert I stood. I want to thank everyone for being here, I said evenly. For celebrating honesty. I passed envelopes around the table. Inside each one, identical timelines. Clear proof. No room for denial. My wife didn't scream. She didn't cry. She looked at me like she was finally seeing the man she'd underestimated. Whispers filled the room. I sat back down and finished my drink. Now I live alone. The quiet is deliberate. Clean. People ask if I regret not fighting harder. If I miss her. If it still hurts. They don't understand. I didn't lose anything. I took myself back. Some betrayals don't destroy you, they refine you. And I walked away sharper than before.